Today's video is sponsored by Native Sons Goods, makers of the most finely crafted, heirloom quality guitar bag and camera straps on planet Earth. Native Sons are made from the finest hand-woven materials right here in the USA. They come in 2 or 3 inch widths and are fully customizable so you can play in style. Unlike other manufacturers, Native Sons straps are handmade one at a time with impeccable attention to detail. They are both riveted and sewn so they'll last multiple lifetimes. Treat yourself to a Native Sons Goods strap. The best part is, they come already gift wrapped. All right, we have a lot of viewer mail to get to this week, and I'm just gonna start opening stuff. Now, there's gonna be a couple things I'm gonna save for other videos. So if you've sent me something and I don't open it, all that means is I have plans for it to use it somewhere else. So let's get to some viewer mail. Okay, this first piece of viewer mail is from Chris and Anna Costello. And they are from St. Louis, Missouri, and they've been on the channel actually before, over on channel 2. I'll put up a link up here if you want to go check out the video that they made. I published over on channel 2 at one point. Oh wow. A little Pokemon. Presumably for, is this, oh, it's for me? Thank you, guys. I'm presuming that's for my daughter. Oh, yeah. Is this Charmander or Charizard, or I think Charmander, right? The Charmander. And then what's this? Oh, we got a T-shirt. Man, this is a XXX. How big do you guys think I am? This thing will swallow me whole. I'm old, Greg. I don't get it. You might have to unpack this one for me. What does this mean? That looks like the 1940s lady, you know, the propaganda photo, the war effort. I think that's what that's a spoof on, but I'm not. What does that mean though? I'm old, Greg. I'm old, Greg. What is this? Am I just stupid? Let's see, what? Oh, it's from the Mighty Boosh. Okay. Okay, I've never watched that show.
Hi there.
Who are you?
I'm old Greg. Pleased to meet you.
What do you want?
Maybe I should ask you the same question. What you doing in my waters?
Just taking the air, you know. Not fishing.
But then how come this hook's in my head, fool?
It's nothing to do with me, sir.
It's attached to your rod, mother liquor.
Don't kill me. I've got so much to give.
Easy now, fuzzy little man Peach. You ever drunk Baileys from a shoe?
What?
You wanna come to a club where people wee on each other?
No.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Excuse me?
I like you. What do you think of me?
I don't rightly know, sir.
Make an assessment.
I think you're a nice, modern gentleman.
Don't lie to me, boy.
I'm not lying.
I know what you're thinking. Here comes old Greg. He's a scaly manfish. You don't know me. You don't know what I got. I got something to show you. You know what that is? That's old Greg's vagina. I got a mangina. I'm old Greg.
Okay. Right on, man. Brad and kiddos. And let's see. Happy Halloween. Well, I should have opened this a while back, I guess, right? Yeah, I'm terrible at opening viewer mail, man. I'm sorry. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate that very much. I'm sorry it took me so damn long to open the stuff, but there we go. This. Okay, now I know who old Greg is. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Isn't it cool?
And what's this?
That was given to you by Chris and Anna. Can you say thank you?
Thank you.
Okay, this next one is from a fellow at Greenchild. He apparently is getting a lot of flack because of this particular pedal. I don't know what it is about me and attracting people with controversial pedal issues, but that seems to be a theme on the channel now. I've got several pieces of literature or something here. Maybe a poster and a note, a letter. So, okay, so here's what we have. So this is probably going to turn off a sizable portion of the audience at this point. I'm not sure how or why, but it does. So they seem to come out of the woodwork anytime I have something controversial. But here we go. This is what we're going to be looking at. This is a, what is this? Greenchild MAGA drive. I guess you can probably guess who this guy supported in the recent election, which still isn't over, by the way, is it, YouTube? Because they're going through court. They have to go through court still, because that's part of the process. That's part of the legal process. But here, I guess I won't be on YouTube much longer, will I, saying stuff like that? So it comes in a nice little green silky bag here. And oh yeah. Ooh, pretty little guy. Ooh, that's a nice, that's a sexy switch. That's another one of these sexy switches, man. Is it even going to focus on the damn thing? There, you focus. There we go. Yeah, nice looking pedal. The MAGA drive. We'll have to do another video where we actually test this thing out. For now, I want to go ahead and take you guys to a demo that I did on another pedal that was sent to me recently in a viewer mail segment. So let's go check that one out. So a couple weeks ago, I opened a package. It was this pedal by a fellow named Daniel from Bionique Audio, and this is his Chimera pedal. It's a pedal he designed himself. He sent to me, and let's see what he said about it then when I opened the box. Part of the circuit is a soft-clipped Marshall governor with the Marshall tone stack coupled with an Mxr Distortion Plus circuit. The distortion switch gives the Mxr chip a solid gain boost. Then it transforms the pedal from an overdrive to an old school distortion. The pedals are available on my website. I started a small batch of 10 pedals to see if people can be interested. All right, so as you heard there, this is an overdrive / distortion pedal. So let's give it a test. Okay, we're going to check out this pedal. I'm going to use this Fender amplifier that I serviced recently. This is a 1953 twin amp, and I'm also going to use this PRS CE24, and we'll see how this thing sounds. Here's the clean sound. right, so that is the Bionique Chimera Pedal. So I was just sitting here, I was about to show the next thing that someone had sent me, and I read this comment on one of my old videos. This guy said about this video and this little television set / alarm clock radio thing. I actually did a video of it a long time ago, but he said, this is the TV that Elvis shot. You know, there's a famous anecdote about Elvis shooting his TV. Well, the reason he shot his TV was because Robert Goulet apparently was on the TV, and he was singing the national anthem, and he screwed up the words to the national anthem. And Elvis was like, you get the words, you learn the words of our national anthem, you son of a bitch. And he shot the TV. And this is the TV that he shot. That's the same one that I made the video about not that long. That's pretty amazing. The reason I find it kind of amazing is, you know, Elvis has always kind of been a thread in my life. It's really weird. I was born, I guess, a couple months after Elvis died, so I always had this kind of idea that in my mind that I was the reincarnation of Elvis, and my dad was the reincarnation of Hank Williams, because he was born the same year that Hank Williams died, and I don't know why. It's just, you know, just one of those kind of really weird fantasies, I guess, that you have as a kid. And then a little later on, as I was growing up in my teen years, I started playing music with this guy who claimed to be the illegitimate son of Elvis. His name was his name was oh God, what was his first name? His last name was James.
His name is Kenny Presley. Presley as in Elvis Presley. Kenny claims to be the son of the hip-swiveling, rock-and-roll singing Sideburn one. Kenny said it wasn't easy being born rock-and-roll royalty, especially since no one knew he was rock-and-roll royalty.
I told one or two people one day I thought was my friends, you know. And then after I told them that, I think they thought I was complete nuts, so they wasn't my friends anymore, so I never did tell anybody else.
So Kenny kept it a secret. The only other person that knew was Barbara Rushing, Kenny's mother and Elvis's lover in the early 60s. She said she met Elvis inside the gates of Graceland in 1962. That's when Elvis said,
"Well, hello, how are you? I'm Elvis."
One thing led to another and Kenny was created, but Barbara kept Kenny a secret from the king.
I never told him that Kenny belonged to him.
Officially, the Presley family in Memphis doesn't recognize Kenny as Elvis's son, but he sure does look like Elvis, and he certainly sounds like Elvis.
You dare you give me fever.
But he had apparently been on this Sally Jesse Raphael show and all this stuff before I met him. And me and a few friends of mine at the time played backup for him. And he swore up and down that his mother told him, or she swore up and down, I guess I should say, that he was the illegitimate son of Elvis. The broken television stands as a reminder of an experience that scared Priscilla at the time, though she can laugh about it in hindsight. That also reminds me, one time I used to hang out at one of my friend's dad's house, and this dude this dude was on all kinds of drugs, like all the time. He was an alcoholic, and he was on some serious like painkiller meds and like all kinds of drugs. But anyway, this one time we were sitting around the table, as we were often apt to do, you know, passing the acoustic guitar around, trading songs, you know, probably toking one up too, you know, at the same time. And he just, all of a sudden, he pulled out his pistol, and he had this line of, he had this shelf, this high shelf, like up next to the ceiling that had these decorative plates up there, and he whipped out his pistol and just started firing at these decorative plates. And then he put the pistol down. He's like, "That's how you do the dishes." oh man, he was something else. But he's gone now. He's dead now. But I think about him a lot, man. He was quite the character.
That was what you started doing.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. This is Isabel. This is my daughter, Isabel. Say hi, Izzy.
Hi. Why?
Okay, we're going to do a reaction video. Now, you said you have never heard of Elvis Presley, right?
Like, I hear about Elvis in, like, cartoons and, like, stuff, but I've never quite understood, like, who he is.
Okay, here's who Elvis is. You ready?
Silence. Elvis is just silence. He's so famous
No,
because
Elvis is
he's
not just
silent.
Fever.
Have you heard of this?
Oh, yeah.
If he had a channel, would you subscribe to him?
Would I subscribe to Elvis? Yeah, probably so. What do you think about his voice?
Like kind of good, pretty good.
Fever isn't such a new thing. Fever started long ago.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay, hang on. All right.
What does he mean, like fever stuff? What? Why?
He's
What?
talking about being in love with somebody. Like when you're in love with
why
somebody.
why does that connect with like fever?
Well, because when you realize that you're in love with somebody, you feel like you're getting hot, and you just feel different. You feel different, and it's like he's talking. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about being in love with somebody.
How come a lot of songs include love?
Because so
Like
much
songs, movies, like some of the princess movies, they just end with a little kiss.
Yeah, that's because so much of the human condition and the human experience revolves around love.
Why? Why can't it revolve around like foxes or whatever?
That's a pretty good question. I don't know. Do you love foxes?
To death.
Well, then I guess it still does revolve around love then, right?
Oh.
Someday you will understand that the love that you feel for foxes, you can feel that same sort of love for another human, but way more intensely. Does that make sense?
Fever. I'm on fire. Fever, yeah, I burn forsooth.
Okay, another question.
Captain Smith.
Okay.
Why can't he just like focus on like something else in the song other than saying fever, 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 fever?
Well,
fever?
because songs are repetitive by nature. Can you stop swerving around so much?
Yes.
Can you sit still a little bit?
Yep.
Because songs have what's called refrains in them. That means they kind of go back to the same ideas over and over again a lot.
I can hear your fans yelling at
And
the
the reason for that is because, for whatever reason, humans respond to repetitiveness like that. So now he's going to talk about Captain Smith and Pocahontas.
I had a very mad affair when her daddy tried to kill him. She said, "Daddy, oh, don't you dare give me fever."
Okay, something else. So, like, why is he, like, doing stuff like movies? Like, with Romeo and Juliet, that he's doing Shakespeare.
Yeah.
And now Pocahontas, he's doing Disney. Why is he doing, like, Shakespeare, Disney? Why is he doing that? Isn't that, like, copyright?
No, because Pocahontas was a real historical figure. Disney does not own Pocahontas. They don't own that story. That story is a historical thing. Shakespeare is so old that it's not in copyright anymore. Once a story is so old, it goes out of copyright. That means it becomes
Like-
part of the public.
Like Elvis stuff?
Elvis stuff eventually will fall out of copyright, and you will be able to listen and share Elvis without getting copyright strikes.
So, like, does Elvis actually, like, love someone, or is he just talking about love?
I'm sure he does love someone at the time he recorded this. Probably Priscilla.
Who's...
Priscilla was his wife.
How do you know that?
Well, I just do.
Did you look it up?
No, I just know that Priscilla Presley was Elvis's wife.
Did you learn it from school, from college, from high school?
No, they really don't teach Elvis in school, unfortunately. It'd be nice if they did.
Then you have nothing left but to look it up. How do you know? Have you actually met him?
No, I haven't met Elvis. He died.
Wait, were you around when he was alive?
No, actually. Elvis died a couple of months before I was born in 1977. And you know what? Sometimes I think that I might be the reincarnation of Elvis.
Dude, is that why you're wearing the baseball cap?
No, the baseball cap has nothing to do with Elvis.
Okay, I'm sure Elvis has worn a baseball cap at least one time in his life.
Probably. Elvis, he died of a pill. He took too many pills. And he died.
What are pills?
Medication. Drugs. He took too many drugs that he was prescribed by a doctor.
Why are drugs a thing?
They just are. Some people get wrapped up in
And
them.
your saving with the news is almost done.
So what'd you think of Elvis?
Pretty good. I mean, he's good at the singing part. Like, all he put in there is just Shakespeare and Pocahontas. Is there like something else that he can put in there?
Okay, this next one is from Clint Calkin of Richland Hills, Texas. My gosh, it's strange how time gets away from you, because I'm looking at some of the dates on when some of these were sent, and I'm like, man, has it been that long? I don't. Has it really been that long? Oh, he sent me a camera. This is wow. Check this out. So while I'm thinking about it, this laptop that I'll be editing this video on was sent to me by a fellow named Derek Shelby. So thank you very much, Derek. I've recently had a laptop go down, and Derek was kind enough to reach out and say he had one that he was willing to send me, and yes, that definitely helped me out. It helped me in a real pinch at the time, because my other laptop, it had a corrupted master boot record, and I ended up having to just reinstall Windows completely, and all of my software and everything. I had to basically wipe it and reinstall the whole thing. So giant pain in the ass, and ended up having to move around a bunch of files, and this one really bailed me out, this laptop. So thank you very much for that, Derek. I never got to properly thank you for that, but thank you very much, very, very much. So yeah, man, this dude has sent me a camera. Check this out. So Clint, wow. All right. It's a Canon Vixia HF M500. So he must have sent this when he heard that my other camera had broken. I did a video about it too. I went in to try to fix it, and basically just, it was a disaster. This piece right here is what ended up breaking right in there. So it was toast after that. There is a very thin ribbon cable here that attaches the screen to the rest of the camera, and it snapped off on the one I was trying to fix. But yeah, I'm sure this is going to need a... Ooh, no, wait. It's still got a charge? Wow. Seriously. Sweet. So what kind of storage media does it take? I hope it takes SD. It does take SD. So what is it? He sent an SD card too. That's super cool, man. Thank you so much. Wow. See, man, Pete, that's too cool. That's awesome. I love these little camcorders too. They're so light and compact. This must be a that's a hot shoe right there. So this will take like Canon accessories and things like that. Sweet. So that must be the microphone, or no, there's the microphone down there. This one has a mic input. Oh, dude, this is incredible. That means this camera will be able to live on my second station over there. So that will have a permanent home over there. This camera can stay right here, and then that way I won't have to keep removing cameras and all that stuff every single time I want to do videos. Thank you, Clint. Also, thank you to Derek for the laptop. Man, you guys, some of you guys are just freaking incredible. That's awesome. Okay, this next bit of viewer mail is from Mark Yader or Yoder. It's hard to tell. From Candler, North Carolina. Well, let's see what. Oh, I know what this. Yeah, I remember this. So we talked about this. This is a motor. This is one of the 60 cycle motors for the clock radio that I was trying to repair. Remember, I was having problems with that. I'll point to the video up here if you guys want to go see that. But he has sent me a motor that probably will work in that. So that is cool. What does this say? What's the RPM? 3.6 RPM. So the only problem with that is unless this was geared with another gear that lowered that down to 1 RPM, I couldn't use this, unfortunately. I appreciate the thought for sure, and maybe I can use this in another, because I do sometimes repair clock radios. That was not the first one I've ever done, so maybe sometime down the road I'll find one that this is properly geared with, so that it will turn properly. But this at 3.6 RPMs. I wouldn't be able to use this, but man, the thought, it's the thought that counts, and that's really cool, Mark. Thank you so much, man. Okay, this next package is from Ray Baker of Laurel, Delaware. Okay, this one actually should be a repair, so we'll give you a sneak peek of something that might be coming up in a repair fairly soon. So he sent me this. He was like, "Hey, can you fix my my pedal?" And I said, "Well, I haven't really been taking in very much, but I'll give it a look." So he sent me along this Mxr Distortion 2. And the reason I took this in was because this was right after Eddie Van Halen died. And I thought, well, Mxr, kind of has some ties with Van Halen. And it might be cool to do a pedal repair. I do so few of them as it is. And so this is something that we will take a look at. And it's something we might be able to repair. I told him, I was like, hey, no guarantees, man. I don't know if I can. I don't know what the documentation is like on MXRs. I'm sure it's probably pretty good. So as long as I can get a schematic and good documentation on it, and as long as I can still get parts, like the chips and so forth. If they're bad, then yeah, I'll take a look at it. So this will be something that we look at some point down the road. Probably in the not too distant future. Okay, this next one isn't viewer mail, but this was actually brought to me in person by Michael Broughton. He said, "Hey, I've got this old PV mixer, powered mixer. Do you want it?" And I was like, hey, that's the same mixer that I had when I started my first band, and this was the PA that I used in that band. So I was like, yeah, man, I'll see if I can do something with that. We've got a couple of broken off pots over here. That the shafts are broken off, so they will need some repair. And I think I might even have some of these knobs stashed away in my knob stash. Ew! Dude! What the fuck? So, yeah, man, this might be kind of cool. Cracking it open, maybe cleaning it up and everything. Might put together a little jam room or something at some point. But yeah, thank you very much, Michael. I appreciate that, and this will probably also be the subject of a video. Okay, so this dude said he really, in the email he sent, he said he really wasn't interested in being named or anything like that in a video. So I won't name his name, but he knows who he is. So we're gonna take a. Oh my, dude! Oh, are you kidding me? So, wow. No way. So this is an ultrasonic parts cleaner for like doing restoration work and cleaning parts. I recently did a video on a Shure microphone that I was restoring. You can check that out up here. I'll put a link. You need a parts cleaner because I was sitting there with trying to scrape all this gunk out of the grill of that Shure microphone, and they were all like, hey, you need one of these ultrasonic parts cleaners. They work really well. And I was like, yeah, I've seen them. I've seen channels that use them, and I've been meaning to get one at some point. you know, especially if I do more restoration work like this, you know, I'll definitely get one. But he's actually sent me a parts cleaner. How cool. How freaking cool is that, dude? Look at this desk, dude. I mean, over here I've got a laptop that was given to me by a viewer of the channel. Over here I've got another camera that was given to me by a viewer of the channel. I've got a ultrasonic cleaner here that's given me by a viewer of the channel. And you know, I mean, and people who just think to send me the little parts and things from the videos that, you know, I need. It's just so cool. It's so amazing that people reach out in that way and just, I don't know, man. I don't know, whatever it is, whatever the impetus is to want to, you know, reach through the screen and become part of something like this, part of a community, you know, it's just crazy. It's a really crazy time we live in, I guess, isn't it? You know, that's why I kind of hate that YouTube has been doing the things that they've been doing, you know, with on the censorship front, because it's such a cool place, and it's, you know, I've been here since 2007. You know, on YouTube. I didn't make a whole lot of videos for the first 5 years or something I was on YouTube, but, you know, eventually I got around to making videos because of what a cool place it is, and, you know, it's, and people like this just prove it. I mean, that is gonna be so freaking awesome. I presume that different people have different cleaning solutions that they use, and I'm betting that this company has some that they recommend or maybe even make or whatever, but this is going to be really cool. It reminds me of, you know, like automotive parts washers, if you've ever seen some of those. They kind of work similarly, and they do such a fantastic job. This is going to be something really cool to experiment with. You know, and eventually this might actually lead me down a rabbit hole of doing completely different videos. To be honest, it's been time for a change for a little while anyway for me, for this channel, just because, you know, I kind of have discontinued the Shitpost Fridays, and you know, I haven't been doing those, and it's not that I have any kind of lack of ideas for the channel. There's a metric ton of things I could be doing at any given moment. You know, any number of amplifiers I could be repairing. I've got so many projects of my own. It would literally, if I didn't ever buy anything else, I could just start repairing stuff that's mine and probably never get through it all before I die. You know what I mean? So, you know, I have no shortage of ideas of things I want to do, but the way that this works is your passions take you different places, and your curiosity takes you different places, and, you know, and I've been really curious about just learning the restoration game, because I watch a lot of those channels and I do enjoy them, and this is just going to be so cool, man. I can't wait to get started doing something like this. So thank you very much. Like I said, I know you said you didn't want to be named, but thank you. You know who you are, and I really appreciate it. Okay, so I think this is the last of it. This is from Rich Reed of Boise, Idaho, and this is a giant box, and it's been here for a little bit, man. Like I said, man, this has been a long time coming. I should have already done this. I should have done this a long time ago. Open this. Oh, okay. I remember this. I remember us talking about this. So this is a... Let's see. Man, he shipped this thing all the way from... This thing is massive. Holy crap. The transformer on this. Okay, hang on. Hang on. So... I'll have to search this box in a minute and see what all might be in here, if anything else is there. But it looks like this is it. All right, Rich. So, man, thank you, dude. This is, look at this. This is a vintage I don't know what era. It must be 70s. Maybe, no, this might be 80s. Sony. This is a TCK777 stereo deck. This has got to be, yeah, this is 80s. But man, I forget exactly what he said was wrong with it. Well, right now it's not ejecting. Look at that. Yeah, that needs to be. So that's one of those that goes up and then in, and it's got the slow. So there's probably some springs in there that, or I don't know, but it needs to be lubed, and that should take care of that. But this is going to be probably some restoration in the future. But look at this thing. This thing is built like a freaking tank. Look at this thing. That is a transformer. That's massive. Oh man, oh, it's taking a whack. Look. It's taking a whack right there. Here on the transformer. The transformer's been pushed in on the back. I hope it still works. Ooh. The on-off switch is ganked up too now. I hope that didn't happen in shipping, dude. I bet you it did though, because this transformer is massive. It wouldn't surprise me if the box got tossed around and then this got, you know, jammed up in there. That might be fixable though. That's something that I could potentially fix. But wow, dude, this thing is hefty. Definitely. I want to look it up. What is this? A TCK777. He's also sent me a letter here. Maybe he says more about it. Oh, it's got this. He's got the service manual on here. TCK777. Let me see what era this is from. Man, there's some people asking some major bucks for these. I had no idea. When he said he wanted to send me this, I had no idea what he was sending me. I thought he was sending me some, you know, some mid-range piece of kit, but this is something. This is very serious. This is Japanese, and like I said, you can feel the quality of this. This thing is massive. This power transformer is massive. I mean, here's some people asking like $3,900 for one. There's others that are more down to earth at like $1,200 and $1,300, but my God. So how old is this thing? 1983. Solid, excellent sounding, and arguably one of Sony's best and one of the best cassette recorders, full stop. Stereo Sound ranked it in 1983 as Best Buy above 3 Monster NACs. Encapsulated ribbon core. Whatever, I'm not even sure what that means. FET buffered. Outboard trafo. I don't know. Heavy gauge steel frames, definitely heavy. Aluminum plates, dual mono boards, anti-resonant layout. Wow. Okay. This is a very serious thing. This is going to need some serious attention, and when I do this, it's going to have to be done right on the. Yeah, this is going to have to be done right, and I'm going to have to fix this back here so that, I mean, I'm curious what the damage is right now. I'm wondering if I can get this open. This thing must have been very expensive when it came out, because like I said, this thing is an absolute beast the way it's built. What am I missing here? It should just pop out. Oh, we've got 2 more screws. Man, I sure hope the boards aren't screwed up by that. I'm betting something has probably been cracked, because these are all PCB boards, and if this is if this is mounted, direct mounted to anything, it's probably cracked a board by getting hit like that in transit. I mean, and this is not me looking a gift horse in the mouth by any means. This is just me pointing out that it's taken a whack. It's taken quite a whack on the way here. Of course, I think the some of the shippers, man, they just honestly they don't give a rat's. They just don't even care anymore. It seems like some of them, some of the people who handle this. Oh, the top comes off. Yeah. All right. So ooh. You can see how it's dented in right there, and that must have happened in shipping. But look at this! Look at this thing! Holy crap! I'm betting this thing is gonna be some fun to work on. Are those test points right there? I wonder if those are test points. Right there. It's got to be. Those got to be test points. But just look at this thing. I mean, all of this to play a tape. You know, to do something that essentially you could do in the size of a Walkman, you know, at around this time. But this does it better. This does it better. I bet it sounds great. I bet this thing sounds phenomenal. Yeah, see, all of this stuff is probably gonna need calibration, I'm guessing, and you know, this is gonna be a learning curve for me, because I'm not a tape machine expert. You know, I do know some, but I'm no expert at this. So you're going to be, when I make a video about this machine, you're basically going to see me doing a lot of on-the-spot learning. So that should definitely be an interesting one when we come to it. So thank you so much, Rich. That's amazing. The weight of that transformer right there, that thing is massive. But this is definitely, I think this is fixable, because we've got, you can see right here, we've got a board, a little board here. I guess that's part of the power supply. This is definitely part of the power supply because it's got all the fuses on it, but they're separate. I don't know if you're going to see it or not, but they're separate from that back piece. And there's nothing really attached back there, and I don't think it got into that lower board. I think it stopped. I think it dented mainly up on top, so the bottom was kind of spared. So I think everything is going to be fine. I'll just have to bend this all back out, and then everything will be good to go. So yeah, dodged a bullet on that one. But thank you so much, Rich. I appreciate that very much. Just wow. All right, guys and gals, that'll do it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks to everybody who sent stuff in. Go ahead and check out the first Shitpost Friday from Friday, and take a look at that one if you haven't seen it already. Also, thanks to my sponsor, Native Sons Goods, for sponsoring these videos. Really do appreciate that as well. You guys definitely check them out if you need a really unique, really awesome Christmas gift. So anyway, that'll do it. We'll see y'all later.
I'm gonna be the one ringing. You'll be the one ringing. Hey, I know it. Okay, ready? There you go. Okay. Bright light city gonna set my soul. It's gonna set my soul on fire.